Welcome to my channel, African Folktales by Kairos, where timeless African stories come alive. Here, we weave folktales, legends, and heartfelt life stories that inspire, teach, and entertain. Sit back and let the journey begin. In the heart of Asaba, under the orange skies of a warm evening, Amaka stood beside Chike, the man she loved, in a beautiful traditional wedding ceremony. It was love at first sight. He had swept her off her feet with his charm, his laughter, his promises. The way he looked at her that day, every woman in the crowd wished they were her. The drums beat, friends danced, the elders blessed them, and a white wedding followed soon after, grand, joyous, filled with hopes of forever. Everyone said they were perfect, but sometimes the beginning of a love story is only a mask hiding the storm beneath. Amaka was no ordinary woman. She was intelligent, educated, beautiful, and industrious. She was a career woman who worked from Monday to Friday, but her job didn't end at the office. When she came home, she switched roles seamlessly. Wife, mother, cook, baker, teacher, prayer warrior, and a peacemaker. She did everything. She supported her husband in every way possible, making sure that their home was not lacking anything. Why? Because she loved him. Even when Chike was jobless for years, she never looked down on him, never mocked him. Instead, she covered him. She shielded his shame. She told people he was making time to find the right job. She defended him when others whispered. She fed him. She clothed him. She stood by him. But Chike, he didn't love her the same way. He didn't return the care, the tenderness, the sacrifice. Instead, he grew cold, distant, bitter. With every little argument, he would give her cold and silent treatment that lasts for days. She was always the one who would seek for peace in their home, but she kept hoping that one day God would touch his heart. He despised her family, never cared about her siblings, especially her widowed mother. He loathed her elderly mother, who had come to stay with them when her health declined. Chike called her a burden, treated her like a stranger. He said, "You love your family more than this home," forgetting that the woman he now depended on was raised by the very woman he disrespected. She was carrying the world on her shoulders, and he was pushing her deeper into the mold. Even after Chike eventually got a job, things didn't get better, they got worse. Late nights, phone calls he couldn't explain, perfume on his shirt, lipsticks on his shirts, coldness in his eyes. He had mistresses now. His phone became vault, strongly passworded. One day, Amaka was sitting in their bedroom, exhausted from work, when his phone rang. He was in the bedroom. She picked the call. A woman's voice came through. "Baby, should I bring the wine tonight?" Her heart shattered. She confronted him, and like always, he denied it. He called her paranoid, insecure, crazy. "How dare you answer my phone?" he shouted at her. "Don't you ever go through my phone again, I am warning you." And when the words no longer silenced her, he started using his hands. Slaps, punches, pushes, shouts in front of their children. But Amaka stayed for them. She came home every day with hope. Maybe today he will look up, see her, but his eyes were always elsewhere. And slowly, the woman he once vowed to love became invisible. She sat in her car, the only place she could scream. No makeup, no mask, just a woman drowning in all she couldn't say at home. She served him his meals. She helped her children with homework. She prayed with them every morning. Chike stopped joining the family morning devotion. She worked. She served Chike. Still, he didn't notice her. On Sundays, Amaka dressed her children for church. Chike stayed behind to tend to his garden, uninterested. She cried herself to sleep at night. She prayed. She fasted. She begged God to change her husband. Still, nothing. He will ignore her, disrespect her, say cruel things in her presence. Amaka watched in pain. She wanted to scream, to fight back, but she stayed, hoping that things would turn around. Until that night that changed everything. They argued again. She called him names, accused him of being unfaithful, said things he had bottled up for years, and he snapped. He beat her in front of their children and her mother. Amaka picked up a wooden stick to defend herself, and he picked up a knife, trying to stab her. It was her frail mother who grabbed his shades, crying, "Chike, don't do this. She's the mother of your children." The kids stood frozen in fear. Neighbors rushed in to stop the madness. That night, through swollen eyes and trembling lips, Amaka shouted, "You are shameless. I am the cloth covering your shame. You are nothing without me." Chike roared back, "You are the biggest mistake of my life. Bring the divorce papers and I will sign them. It was because of you that I am where I am today. Shameless woman. The only good thing that you gave me are these children. I regretted crossing paths with you." She wept bitterly. That night, her blood pressure rose. Her heart ached. She kept whispering, "God, help me. Please, help me." And while she mourned in silence, Chike called his family, twisting the story. She said she had threatened his life, that if anything happened to him, Amaka should be held responsible. A few days later, her mother and aunt begged her to apologize. They said, "For peace, for your children." She refused, until her second daughter threatened suicide. That broke her. Amaka went to him, knelt before him, begged him for forgiveness. "For words," she said in pain. But Chike never said sorry, not once. He didn't hug her, didn't acknowledge her. His heart had hardened. She watched and saw everything inside. A month later, something else happened. She and Chike went shopping. As soon as they got home, she quickly alighted from their car to join her mother, who was also fasting with her, to break their fast through online prayer they follow on television. Chike came in and switched off the television. "I want to watch film," he said. She replied calmly, "Please, just let us finish the prayer. It's almost done." He stormed off silent. Later she went to him. He could not watch his movie. He ignored her, got dressed, left the house without a word. She stood there, stunned, in front of her mother. He had disrespected her again. She followed him to the local joint where he often sits to drink. "Go home," he barked. "I don't want to talk to you." She tried to speak, but he walked out on her. As she walked back, she broke down. Tears poured freely. And she cried, "God, where have I gone wrong? I have taken too much from this man. I think I've had enough." And with that, she snapped. She returned home broken. Angry and resentful, tore down every family picture from the wall. His smiling face felt like a lie. The next morning, she looked at Chike and said, "It is over. I have freed you. Do whatever you like. I'm no longer interested in this marriage." She called a lawyer. The lawyer begged her to reconsider. "For your children's sake," he said. But Amaka shook her head, crying. "I'm always in tears, always sick. I am tired of being unappreciated. I gave him everything, and he gave me pain. I am married to an onion because he makes me cry every day." Amaka walked away, her suitcase in one hand, her children beside her, the sun rising, and a new life just ahead. Her children wrapped their arms around her. They call her brave. They call her mommy. One day, she returned to the church, not to cry, not to plead, but to kneel at the altar with gratitude for every battle survived, for every night she couldn't break, for every tear that shaped her strength. And Chike, when the lawyers handed Chike the divorce papers, reality hit him like a wave. His pride crumbled, and for the first time, he felt the weight of everything Amaka had endured. Regret washed over him. But it was too late. Amaka had moved on. Because Amaka, the woman who gave too much, finally gave to herself. Today, Amaka is no longer a shadow. She is light. She is peace. She is strength. She sits by the window now, sipping tea with a soft smile. She bakes cakes and pastries. Her children laugh again. She takes walks in the morning breeze, her natural hair dancing in the wind. Her gown flows around her like royalty. They may have called her weak, but she was the strongest of them all because she walked away from what could have killed her and she chose to live. To every woman like Amaka, your pain is valid. Your story matters. Your peace is priceless. And your healing is beautiful. You are not alone. You are not crazy. You are not unworthy. You gave too much. But now, it's time to give to yourself. This is your freedom story. This is Amaka's tears. If this story touched you, subscribe, like, comment and share.
Amaka's tears fell